Bryce Miller debuted on May 2nd of 2023 and quickly showed that his ceiling might be higher than once thought. Debuting with one of the best fastballs in the game, Miller has managed to evolve into a more well-rounded pitcher in such a short amount of time. Becoming a fan favorite due to his love of cheese-related nicknames and an adopted shark named Chum, Miller has the chance to become one of the most popular Mariners in recent memory. In this video, I'm going to go over Bryce Miller's journey from Titus County, Texas to Mariners starting pitcher. The journey starts on August 23rd, 1998, when Bryce Miller was born in Mount Pleasant, Texas, the largest city in Titus County with a bit over 16,000 residents. Coming up playing in New Braunfels Little League, Miller played the outfield and pitched. And during his Little League days, he played against current Baltimore Orioles infielder Jordan Westburg, and funnily enough, in one game, they ended up hitting homers off of each other in back-to-back half innings. First, Westburg hit a dinger off Miller, and then the next half inning, Miller hit one off of Westburg. Both Miller and Westburg would attend New Braunfels High School, home of the Unicorns. Yes, their mascot is a unicorn. How neat. And in his senior season, Miller put up an offensive slash line of 277, 424, 319 with no home runs, while posting a 1.85 ERA and 30.1 innings pitched. He would graduate from New Braunfels High School and would spend a year at Blinn College, which is a JUCO based in Brenham, Texas. At the time, he was a reliever only, and he would post a 4.08 ERA and 28.2 innings with a 1.36 whip and over 10 Ks per nine. In the 2018 MLB draft, Miller was actually drafted by the Miami Marlins in the 38th round. However, Miller would opt to go to Division I baseball, and he would transfer to Texas A&M to become an Aggie. While studying to get his bachelor's in business, on the baseball field, he would don the maroon and white, and in his first Division I season, Miller would throw 43.3 innings as a reliever for a 3.77 ERA and 57 strikeouts. And that was in 2019. In 2020, the season was obviously cut short. And then in 2021, in his senior season, he would start 10 games, hurling 70 strikeouts in only 56.2 innings, and he would boast a 4.45 ERA. In one particular game against New Mexico State, Miller fanned 15 batters in 7 innings, which earned him Collegiate Baseball National Player of the Week honors. And at this time, Miller was only a 2-pitch pitcher with a phenomenal fastball and a slider to pair. After his senior season, it was time for Miller to enter the MLB draft again, and this time he would be selected in the 4th round by the Seattle Mariners. Ending 2021 with Low A Modesto, he would start 2022 with the Nuts as well, but would quickly be called up to High A Everett after only 5.1 innings. In his first significant amount of innings in professional baseball, Miller would throw for a 3.24 ERA in 77.2 innings with the Aqua Sox, and the Mariners would also opt to send him to Double-A Arkansas to end 2021. And between his 50 innings at the end of 2022 and 19 innings to begin 2023 in Arkansas, Miller would continue to show his potential, posting a 10.1 strikeouts per 9 and peak as the Mariners' number 2 ranked prospect per MLB Pipeline. Staying with the Travelers going into 2023, Miller's time to make his debut would end up coming on May 2nd. He dazzled the minors with what many people coined as one of the best pure fastballs in the game, and Miller got called up to face the Oakland Athletics. In one of the best pitching debuts in recent memory, Miller would go 6 innings, only giving up 2 hits and 1 run, and he did this by throwing his buzzing fastball 70% of the time. Pitching in 24 more games to end out his rookie season, Miller would end the year with a 4.32 ERA, 119 strikeouts, and a 1.142 whip. For prolonged success, it wouldn't be viable for Miller to continue with what was still essentially a 2-pitch mix. He needed to become more versatile. And even though he had other pitches in his arsenal, his fastball and slider in 2023 made up for 79.6% of the pitches he threw. So in the offseason, Miller had to put in the work to expand his repertoire. And on December 22nd, 2023, Miller would post a video to Twitter captioned "Progression of the Splitter Continues," showing that he was working on a new weapon. From the Twitter videos, it was pretty clear the splitter was pretty nasty. However, how would it fare in the big leagues in 2024? And the answer to that is pretty damn well. well. Throwing it 469 times, opposing hitters only hit for a 148 batting average against it with a 225 slug. The pitch was also second in his repertoire in whiff percentage at 29%, and this extra weapon helped Miller to arguably the second best season in the rotation behind Cy Young finalist Logan Gilbert last year, as he ended with a sub-3 ERA and sub-1 whip. And the additions to the pitch mix didn't stop in 2024. Earlier this offseason, Miller revealed a cutter he's been working on that will help him be more effective against lefties. And per Bryce, he's now at 7 pitches in his arsenal, showing his commitment to becoming better, very reminiscent of his tall teammate Gilbert, who's been known to be a tinkerer. Will he have a solid 2025? I think he will. Now he's not the pitcher that people can just wait on the fastball with. Now they have to worry about the sinker. They have to worry about a lot of different pitches that have been really effective for him thus far. And thankfully, the Mariners are lucky to have Miller in arbitration until 2030. And it's almost a given that in that time, he's either going to be a Cy Young finalist or a winner before his tenure with the Mariners is over. And at this point, with the potential that he's shown, he's been a legitimate extension candidate as well. It's pretty astounding to think that when Bryce Miller entered the big leagues only 2 years ago, he was known for only having 2 pitches, and now he is known as almost kind of like a Yu Darvish type player or pitcher, having so many different weapons that he can use at his disposal, that I think he is definitely going to have a huge breakout this year, if you consider his 2024 campaign not to be a breakout in its own right. But I'm curious, what do you think about Bryce Miller in 2025? I'd love to know your comments down below. Do you think he's going to be a Cy Young finalist this year? Do you think he's going to win it this year? If you watch to the end, I appreciate it a lot. You can subscribe for free. It helps me out a lot. If you want to, you can become a member today for exclusive perks for only $2.99. I would appreciate that very much as well. But regardless, subscribe, like the video. It helps me out a lot. That's gonna be it for me in this one, and I will see you in the next.